Good morning YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Right, I have a little project that I need to do this morning, something that I probably should have done when I built this aviary 3 years ago, and that is to build the birds an indoor area. Never got round to it. One, I was too busy, two, I was too lazy, but I should have done it. When I had the aviary on the other side of the garden, I built an indoor bit, not an indoor flight, just an indoor area where they could go out of the elements if they wanted to. But they never used it, ever. In fact, the only birds that ever went inside there were ones that wanted to go somewhere quiet and die. So I used it as a storage area and never got round to doing it in this one because obviously we had more pressing things to deal with, which was to get this timber room built, and then I got COVID and it just kind of got forgotten. So I want to get it done today purely because it gets it out of my head, you see, because they might never use it, but they never had that choice. So I want to give them the choice to go in there at night so I can sleep at night even if they don't use it. So what I'm going to do first of all is obviously go in there and clear it out because, well, it's a mess and half the stuff doesn't need to be in there. It's just kind of dumped in there like pegs, you know what I mean? Don't need to keep pegs in there. I have plenty of space in sheds for pegs and stuff. So clear it all out, see what materials I've got. A lot of webs, a lot of spiders, but they can sort themselves out. I'm dealing with my bird situation, not housing spiders. They can sort themselves out. Right, a lot of stuff in there, down there, was actually like chemicals and filters and stuff for the hot tub, which hasn't seen the light of day for about 2 or 3 years. It's down there in a shed somewhere. I mean, it's quite a big lazy spa, but it is lost in the shed somewhere. So that can disappear. Half of this stuff can disappear, and even stuff like this, which is like Halloween stuff, which is still gonna go back in the shed. Right, so plan of action is, obviously, as you well know, I work with timber. So I have acquired some tongue and groove, which is packaging material off a job that we finished in the week, which is in Jordan's van. So I'll pop over and get that. But a very simple plan of action is I'm going to put this simple timber frame around here. I'll just go and show you that this way, it's easier. So timber frame around in here. So actually I'm not doing any fixing into the walls. I can fix here and then I can fix up here. And obviously I can fix to the roof very carefully, obviously, because I don't want to go through the rubber, and then come down here. And then I'm going to probably cover about this much, so about a third, yeah, about a third of it will be covered. So a central column here, and then it will have a door here. Well, obviously I can go in and have a look, and then probably a couple of perches up here, and then get the old jigsaw out and cut round in there. That's the plan. So yeah, get some stuff out, get warmed up, because it is, well, I don't know, because my sleeve's in the way, but not very warm. Right, okay, I got some planed 3x2 timber from down the garden. I know not everyone has this sort of stuff lying around. I am quite lucky in my job that I do have this kind of stuff surplus and lying around in my garden, but it's not that expensive. Doesn't have to be this substantial either. Could just be like roofing batten, because it's just forming a frame which the hinges are actually going to go on the existing building. So it's not really doing anything than closing the door. So I'm going to get these cut to size. I'm not even going to bother with getting the circular saw out because I can't be asked for the extension leads and the cables and the mess. So I'm just going to go old school, use a handsaw, get these cut, get the frame done, then go and get the tongue and groove out of Jordan's van. 6:15, I think. Yep, 6:15. Note to self, if you're going to plan a little DIY adventure on a Saturday morning, charge your batteries. Tongue and groove out of the van. Again, I am quite lucky because this is just excess packaging material off of a pallet what a cabin arrived in, and it is also the same tongue and groove that were used on the doors and on the roof in here anyway. So it is pretty much the same. It's 22mm thick, which is good because it means that I'm not even going to bother putting the timber down here because I don't really need it. It's 22mm thick, so I'm going to come across here 1 or 2 wide, and then I'm going to make bloody hood. Then I'm going to make my little door there. So obviously I need to go and get it before I make the door or anything, because I don't really want to be getting anything out like circular or borrowing the table saw off Jordan, because I just want to do this all like, you know, old school manual. Obviously I've had to use the jigsaw, I'm going to use that to cut the hole out, but apart from that, handsaw, minimalistic, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, right, get them offered up, get them cut, get them in, then we can make a door, although I'm probably going to end up going in there and obviously cutting it out beforehand because it'll just make it easier. Yeah, warmed up. There we go, lovely. I've taken the tongue off this one as well, and I'm going to give it a little sand up, and now I'm going to make the door. So obviously the door will open like this and it will close in that way. And I think I've still got, which I used on here, I don't know if you can see that, look, just push it, there's little magnet clips, so I might just use the magnet clips top and bottom, have just a little door handle in there, boom. So I'm going to get the door made up, and then I'm going to come inside and I'm going to get some perches across here. So probably just 2, one higher up, probably go across the whole angle, and then, oh, it's really dark in there, one across from here to over there. Yeah, that's the plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. Right, after recutting the last piece again, because I don't know what happened, I was just a country mile out with the measurements, so I've recut it, I've gave in, got the circular saw out purely because I had to cut that one down, and my handsaw is not the sharpest in the world, a bit like me, so I've used the circular saw. So now what I'm going to do is use my offcut here, and I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to make my brace, and if you can see my pencil marks just here and here, this is obviously so it's going to fit in here. And then obviously it won't hit the timber, so when the door closes it will close in nice and flush. Then I'm going to find some hinges and some kind of like knob. Okay, right, so it does fit. It's a bit overkill for what it is, but it's made it a lot heavier than I wanted it, but it's going to do its job. So what I'm going to do now is find some hinges so that I can have the door open like so. Got to open so, it doesn't have to open massively, but well, it's got to open enough so I can see in there like that, and then obviously shut somewhere with the magnets top and bottom around about there, give or take, like lifting it up a little bit. But I'll sort it out. It's kind of difficult doing this one-handed in such a small space. I've got no room for a tripod or a cameraman or anything. Got to do all this by myself, as usual. So yeah, gonna get that down, go and find some hinges. Good idea, Ben, good idea. You know, the scary reality is one of these days I'm going to go into them drawers to find hinges and there isn't going to be any there. I'm going to have to go and buy some hinges. Scary, isn't it? 2 hinges. Oh my god, it won't be long. I'm putting becking Christmas lights up, man. Seriously, the years just disappeared like that. Gone forever. Bit of WD. Job's good. Our magnetic drill bit would have been a better idea, Ben, you moron. I'm going to need a door handle temporarily. Right, this should now work. It clearly doesn't, because that's infecting my hair. Works treat, that does. Kind of forgot one very important thing though. The roof of the Aviary slopes forward. That looks lovely now, doesn't it? Who would have thought a sloped roof would affect the door opening? But it's done now. Right, I'm going to just leave that screw on there for now, and then I'm going to find, I'm not going to do it right now because I'm going to be in and out. I'm going to find a little bolt, going to drill a hole in here, and obviously I can just have a little bolt latch, and but there it is. Right, what I'm going to do now is find a couple of perches for obviously them to roost on overnight, and I'm also going to, so what I'm going to do is work out exactly where I want the hole to go through, and I'm going to pilot it through with a spade bit. And then measure it from the inside, draw it all out, and then jigsaw out like the mouse hole entrance thing, and then yeah, we're nearly there, aren't we? Well, it's taken about 2 hours. It's alright. I mean, it's not great because I didn't really think the whole thing through, because the jigsaw that I used is, well, it's the only jigsaw I've got, and it's actually really, really big. So I've had to cut the little post off just here, and I totally forgot that there's babies in here. So the plan was to move this box out of the way so I could jigsaw that out, but yeah, forgot. So there's 3 little babies in there. Look. 1, 2, 3. Oh, just about to see 3. Yeah, 3 in there. Obviously no more hatched since the last video that I said about, obviously there were still eggs in there, but no more hatched. Right, so that's now cut out. I've had to, if I'm going to put you through the hole, you can have a look. So I've had to shore up the edges, because obviously these timbers, then, put you back in here. These timbers moved, obviously because it's tongue and grooved, and it's only fixed, obviously on the ends, either side. So I've had to shore these up. Now I've got to sort out some perches in there, which I'm going to go down into the shed. See, they like to perch on this sort of size at night. They like to roost on this sort of size. So I've got a couple of old windbreaks in the bike shed, which I'm going to use them, and then probably find something similar size to this. Like I said, they're probably never going to use it anyway, but I'm going to get them in there and see, obviously give them the option of doing that. Also, I'm now going to be very careful that I've now, you know, the door's open in there, so I've now got a double door. I've got a double door situation to think of that side now, not just this door, obviously. So I've got to remember when I go in and out, this is now a hole and birds could fly in and out. Don't want that. Right, so I'm going to find the broken windbreak, get them cut up, get them in there, find the little latch thing. What I might do is put, because I've got like an abundance of it, it's out there, loads and loads of sawdust, which I'll probably just bed that on the bottom. Again, it's just padding, keeping it a bit warmer. And yeah, well, I'm going to do that. I'm just chatting rubbish now, aren't I? Hurry up. Right, what I'm going to do is just leave it as the one perch, the pole from the broken windbreak. One going diagonally, one going front to back. fingers crossed they'll use it. I don't know, you know what I mean, other than having to go in and check them, and they'll probably fly out. I don't know, so leave it at that. If they don't use it, I'll change it to a different size perch, because I'm kind of running out of light now and I've got a lot of tidying up to do. So yeah, leave it for now. I need to go and find a bolt. I'm struggling. You know, the situation with the hinges, brilliant. That's going to end soon. I always have some kind of dead bolts or latches or all sorts. Can't find one. I'm sure there's one somewhere, but I need to keep looking. But I need to get the sawdust in the bottom, and then pretty much, apart from the little deadlock, finished in there. Found one. Knew I had one somewhere. Don't think I've got another one though. That's it. And a bit. Drill that out, put that on. Job's good. Done. Wow, it's nearly dark. Winter creeps in so quick. Right, there you go, all done. 3 years in the making. 3 years it's taken me to build this indoor area, but finally it's done. Will they actually use it? Probably not, but at least I can sleep better at night knowing that they have somewhere to go out of the elements if they choose. That's the important bit, they now have a choice. You may notice the heat bulb in there, saving that for the next video. I want to run some temperature tests to see exactly how warm it gets in this little cubby hole. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you liked this little build of this little indoor area. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, tells YouTube it was a good video. They'll show you more of my videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, turn notifications on, set the preferences to all. That way YouTube will let you know when I've uploaded another video. If you're following the cabin build way up in York, we're back there to start week 7 next week. So look out for that video the following Wednesday. I need to go and pack up all my stuff and have a little chill out before it gets dark. I shall see you soon. Goodbye.